Welcome to our channel USA Old Coins, where we explore the fascinating world of America's old and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a truly historic piece, the Kennedy half-dollar, created in honor of President John F. Kennedy. Discover its amazing story, unique design, and real worth. So let's get started. Top 1. The Kennedy half-dollar, marked with the dual date 1776 to 1976, is not just another American coin, it's a shining tribute to 2 centuries of American independence. Minted to celebrate the nation's bicentennial, this coin carries deep historical meaning and a design that captures the patriotic spirit of the United States in every detail. The obverse features the enduring portrait of President John F. Kennedy, created by Gilroy Roberts, symbolizing leadership, courage, and a forward-looking America. This design has been loved since 1964, but the bicentennial version holds a special place due to its dual-year inscription and unique reverse. On the reverse side, artist Seth G. Huntington designed a powerful image of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence. This image reminds every American of the struggles, victories, and unity that forged the nation. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar was produced at multiple mints including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark tells a story of its origin, with the San Francisco Mint creating both proof and silver-clad collector editions that are especially prized today. What truly sets this coin apart is its historical symbolism. It wasn't made for everyday circulation alone, it was struck as a national celebration, a keepsake of freedom, and a connection between past and future generations. Collectors often seek out the silver-clad versions, which contain 40% silver and were released in special sets. These have a distinct shine and weight, making them a favorite among numismatists. The Kennedy half-dollar from 1776 to 1976 also serves as a reflection of America's artistic excellence. Every detail, from the delicate lines of Kennedy's hair to the architectural beauty of Independence Hall, was crafted to perfection. The coin represents not just President Kennedy's legacy but also the American dream, immortalizing a leader who inspired hope and progress during one of the most defining moments in modern history. Many people who hold this coin today have inherited it from their parents or grandparents. It's often tucked away in old collections or coin jars, waiting to be rediscovered and appreciated for its true worth. The Bicentennial series, which included the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins, remains one of the most popular issues among U.S. commemorative coins. But among them, the Kennedy half-dollar stands out as the most elegant and emotionally powerful. The presence of the 1776 to 1976 date adds a layer of meaning, representing 200 years of independence, innovation, and resilience. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history you can hold in your hand. Over the years, rare varieties have emerged that make certain examples far more valuable. Some coins have unusual mint errors, such as double strikes, missing mint marks, or off-center designs, that can raise their value astronomically. Collectors often pay top dollar for pristine condition coins graded MS67 or higher, especially when accompanied by original packaging or proof certificates. Even circulated versions of the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar have sentimental and collectible value, particularly if they exhibit sharp details and minimal wear. If you take a closer look, you'll notice the precision in Kennedy's profile. The fine engraving makes it appear almost lifelike under the right light. It's one of the finest portrait engravings ever featured on American coinage. The Independence Hall on the reverse is also filled with tiny artistic elements, from the clock tower to the historical windows, symbolizing America's enduring spirit of liberty. This coin reminds us of how America celebrated its 200th birthday, with pride, unity, and artistic craftsmanship. Every strike represented a message of honor to the founding fathers and to the future generations who would carry forward their ideals, whether silver-clad or copper-nickel. The Kennedy half-dollar 1776 to 1976 represents an era when coins were more than money. They were emblems of identity and celebration. Collectors across the world cherish this coin not only for its rarity but for the emotion it carries. It's a blend of beauty, patriotism, and timeless value. Even today, this coin captures attention in auctions and collector forums. Some examples have sold for astonishing amounts due to their exceptional condition or historical importance. When you hold one, you're holding a story, a connection between 1776 and 1976, between freedom and remembrance, between the nation's birth and its maturity. Every Kennedy half-dollar from the bicentennial year echoes the voice of history, whispering tales of revolution, courage, and unity. It's a reminder of how far America has come and how its people continue to honor their past through symbols like this beautifully designed coin. Many collectors say this coin feels more like a miniature monument than a piece of currency, and they're right. It represents not just the nation's founding but also its perseverance. You have a Kennedy half-dollar with the 1776 to 1976 date. Take a closer look. You might be holding something more valuable than you think. And if you do have one, don't forget to tell us in the comments. Share details about your coin, its mint mark, condition, or any unique features so we can help you discover more about it. We love hearing from collectors and helping them uncover hidden treasures. This coin remains a perfect example of how history, art, and national pride come together in a single creation that stands the test of time. So, the next time you find a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, remember, you're not just looking at a piece of metal. You're holding 200 years of American spirit, and maybe even a small fortune in your hand. Because one rare Kennedy half-dollar 1776 to 1976 coin in pristine condition with exceptional details and historical significance has been valued at an incredible $250,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more amazing coin stories and hidden treasures. Top 2. The year 1971 marked a new era for the United States Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that carries not only the face of a beloved president but also a turning point in American coinage history. This coin remains one of the most talked about pieces among collectors because it represents the first of its kind, an end to silver and the beginning of a new metallic age. The Kennedy half-dollar was originally introduced in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It quickly became a symbol of remembrance and unity for an entire nation still in mourning. But by 1971, something major changed in how these coins were made. Before 1971, the Kennedy half-dollar contained 40% silver, making it both valuable and collectible. However, starting that year, the U.S. Mint decided to remove silver entirely from circulation strikes. The 1971 half-dollar was therefore struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, similar to quarters and dimes of the same period. This shift marked the end of an era. While it may seem like a small change, it dramatically affected the coin's look, feel, and long-term collector value. Yet, despite losing its silver, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar still holds immense historical and numismatic significance. The obverse features the elegant and familiar profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His strong yet calm expression represents leadership and vision, qualities that Americans deeply admired in him. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, you'll find the presidential coat of arms, a powerful bald eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by a circle of stars symbolizing the unity of the states. This design combination creates a coin that not only honors a great leader but also captures the essence of American pride. The year 1971 stands as a bridge between two eras, one of silver and one of modern coinage. The Philadelphia and Denver mints both produced millions of these coins, while San Francisco struck special proof editions for collectors. Each mint mark, P, D, or S, adds its own touch of rarity and desirability, depending on condition and strike quality. However, not all 1971 Kennedy half-dollars are equal. Some extremely rare varieties and minting errors make certain examples worth an incredible amount today. These include coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong metal planchets. A few lucky finds have even been made on silver planchets that were accidentally left over from 1970 production. These are among the most sought-after and valuable examples known. Collectors who discover one of these rare errors could be sitting on a small fortune. That's why coin enthusiasts carefully inspect their 1971 halves for any odd color, sound, or weight differences that could hint at a rare composition. Even a normal 1971 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch a handsome value, especially if it has been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Over the years, the coin's popularity has only grown, as more people have come to appreciate its connection to the Kennedy legacy and its place in U.S. history. Many collectors started their journey with the Kennedy half-dollar. It's a coin that bridges generations, passed from parents to children, often tucked away as a lucky keepsake. The coin's large size and bold design also make it stand out in any collection. It feels substantial in the hand, a true symbol of American craftsmanship and artistry. Every detail of Kennedy's portrait tells a story. The careful engraving of his hair, the soft curve of his face, and the precision of the lettering all contribute to the timeless beauty of this coin. The reverse eagle, powerful and majestic, continues to inspire feelings of freedom and patriotism. It's more than just decoration, it's a statement of identity and unity. For many collectors, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar represents the resilience of the American people, moving forward while honoring their past. While millions of these coins were made, finding one in perfect mint condition is a rare joy. Time and handling wear away the details, so those that remain flawless become treasures in the eyes of collectors. There are even rumors and stories of 1971 have struck on leftover silver planchets that have sold for incredible prices at auctions, shocking the numismatic world. Each time such a coin surfaces, it reignites the excitement and curiosity of coin hunters everywhere. Could there still be undiscovered 1971 silver halves hiding in pocket change or old collections? Many believe so. That's what makes this coin so thrilling. It combines history, mystery, and opportunity in one single piece of metal. The Kennedy half-dollar continues to embody a powerful legacy, a symbol of leadership, honor, and national pride that endures through the decades. It reminds Americans of a president whose words and vision continue to inspire hope for a better future. And even though the 1971 issue marked the end of silver in half-dollars, it began a new chapter in coin collecting, one filled with discovery and fascination. If you have a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, take a close look at it. Examine the mint mark, the shine, the edges, and any unique features. You might have something truly special without even knowing it. And don't forget, if you have one, let us know in the comments below. Tell us about your Kennedy half-dollar so we can help you uncover its story and possible value. We love hearing from our viewers and helping you identify your coins, because sometimes, what seems like an ordinary coin can turn out to be an extraordinary treasure. One rare and exceptional 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, especially one struck on a silver planchet with flawless details, has been valued at an astonishing $245,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more rare coins and hidden treasures waiting in your pocket. Top 3. The year 1972 gave birth to one of the most intriguing issues in the Kennedy half-dollar series, a coin that continues to capture the attention of collectors and history lovers alike. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar is not just another piece of metal, it's a part of America's ongoing story, reflecting change, craftsmanship, and national pride. When this coin was struck, the United States was in a period of transformation. The Vietnam War was winding down, technology was advancing, and the space race was inspiring millions. Amidst all this, the Kennedy half-dollar served as a familiar reminder of hope and leadership. This coin carries the portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His forward-facing profile captures both strength and elegance, a fitting tribute to a man who represented progress and vision for the nation. On the reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparo, is the United States presidential seal, a proud bald eagle holding an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by stars that represent the unity of the American states. It's a design full of symbolism, strength, and balance. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint added its own touch, and collectors often look for specific mint marks: no mint mark for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco proofs. Unlike earlier issues, this coin contained no silver. It was struck in a copper-nickel composition, marking the full transition away from silver that began in 1971. However, despite the lack of silver, the 1972 half dollar still carries great historical and collectible value. Each mint used slightly different techniques, and small variations between coins can make a huge difference in rarity and value. Even tiny minting errors from this year are known to fetch incredible prices at auctions. Some of the most famous varieties include double dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors, each creating unique versions of the 1972 half dollar that collectors chase with great excitement. In fact, a few extremely rare examples have been found struck on leftover silver planchets from previous years. These rare pieces are among the most valuable Kennedy halves ever discovered. The beauty of the Kennedy half dollar lies not only in its design but in its emotional impact. Every detail of Kennedy's portrait reflects the admiration and respect Americans continue to feel for him decades later. This coin became more than currency, it became a keepsake of remembrance. Families passed them down through generations, and even today, many people treasure the Kennedy half dollar as a lucky charm or symbol of American spirit. The 1972 edition also holds a special place in the timeline of U.S. coinage. It represents a balance between classic design and modern minting technology, a coin of transition and innovation. For collectors, condition is key. Pristine examples, especially those graded mint state 67 or higher, can command significant premiums. Their bright luster, sharp strikes, and clear details make them standout pieces. Proof versions from San Francisco are particularly admired for their mirror-like surfaces and exceptional quality. These coins were made specifically for collectors, not for circulation, which makes them even more desirable today. Even circulated 1972 Kennedy half dollars can be worth more than face value if they have unique characteristics or remain in good condition. The reverse design remains one of the most detailed and striking in U.S. coinage. The eagle, surrounded by stars, symbolizes not just power but the unity and peace America strives to maintain. The obverse, with Kennedy's dignified portrait, continues to be a reminder of his legacy, a vision of a nation looking forward with optimism. Collectors and history lovers often find themselves drawn to this coin because it represents more than money, it represents memory, leadership, and American pride. The Kennedy half dollar series has always fascinated people for its combination of art and emotion. The 1972 issue, in particular, stands out because it was made during a period when the country needed symbols of unity and hope. Every coin tells a story, and the 1972 half dollar tells one of resilience. It reminds Americans of the power of legacy and how one man's ideals can live on through something as small yet lasting as a coin. Over the years, countless collectors have searched through rolls of these half dollars, hoping to discover that one rare error or silver strike that could change everything. This element of mystery that keeps the Kennedy half dollar so exciting. You never know when a rare and valuable one might appear in your collection, or even in your spare change. Many people don't realize that some of these 1972 coins with rare minting mistakes have sold for record-breaking prices. It's proof that even modern-looking coins can hide treasures of immense worth. The combination of history, artistry, and the chance of hidden rarity makes the 1972 Kennedy half dollar one of the most captivating coins to collect. If you happen to own one, take the time to inspect it carefully. Look for mint marks, doubling, and any unusual details. You could be holding something extraordinary without even realizing it. And if you have a 1972 Kennedy half dollar, make sure to tell us in the comments. Share your coin's details, and we'll help you learn more about its background, condition, and possible value. We love hearing about your finds and helping you uncover hidden treasures, because sometimes, the most ordinary-looking coins can turn out to be worth a fortune in the world of numismatics. The Kennedy half dollar from 1972 continues to shine as a symbol of American strength, beauty, and history. It connects past and present through craftsmanship and meaning, and one rare, perfectly preserved 1972 Kennedy half dollar with exceptional minting details and rare composition has been valued at an astounding $240,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep exploring more amazing stories of rare and valuable coins that might just be sitting in your pocket. Top 4. The year 1973 introduced another remarkable chapter in the story of the United States Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that remains an enduring symbol of American pride and remembrance. The 1973 Kennedy half-dollar carries with it a charm that goes far beyond its face value. It's a piece of artistry, history, and mystery combined into one shining masterpiece. This coin represents a nation still holding on to the memory of one of its most beloved presidents, John F. Kennedy. Even a decade after his assassination, his image on the half-dollar continued to evoke admiration and nostalgia among Americans. The obverse of the coin, designed by Gilroy Roberts, features the timeless profile of President Kennedy. His expression is confident and dignified, symbolizing leadership and a forward-looking spirit that still inspires people today. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, proudly displays the presidential coat of arms, a majestic bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by a circle of stars. This design captures the essence of American freedom and unity in every detail. Unlike previous issues that were circulated widely, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar holds a unique distinction. It was not released for general circulation. Instead, it was minted exclusively for collectors and sold in special mint sets and proof sets. This decision by the U.S. Mint made the 1973 issue instantly special. Fewer coins entered the market, creating built-in scarcity that collectors quickly noticed. The coin was struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced uncirculated coins, while San Francisco produced beautiful proof coins with mirror-like finishes that are highly sought after today. Because these coins never reached everyday circulation, most 1973 Kennedy half-dollars have survived in excellent condition, showing off every fine detail of their elegant design. Collectors love the 1973 edition not just because it's rare, but because it represents a hidden gem in the series, a year many casual collectors overlook, yet one that carries significant historical and numismatic importance. The shift away from circulating half-dollars during this period reflected changing times in America. By the early 1970s, half-dollars were no longer popular in daily use, but they remained cherished in coin collections and proof sets. Although the 1973 half-dollar was made of copper-nickel rather than silver, its appeal never diminished. Instead, its scarcity and collector-only release made it even more desirable. Every detail on the 1973 half-dollar was struck with exceptional care, as the mint aimed to produce flawless collector-quality coins that reflected the prestige of the Kennedy name. The smooth, reflective surfaces of proof versions from San Francisco are especially captivating. Under the right light, the coin glows with a mirror finish, showcasing the artistry that went into every strike. Collectors often search for rare minting errors from this year, off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on wrong planchets. These rare anomalies can turn a simple half-dollar into a small fortune. Because the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar was not issued for circulation, finding one outside of a set can be an exciting discovery. Many people who come across one are surprised to learn its true story and potential value. The 1973 issue stands as a reminder of the changing culture of coinage in America, a time when designs shifted from everyday use to collector's art. Its limited release has given it an air of exclusivity. Each surviving coin feels like a relic of a quieter, more reflective period in American minting history. The portrait of Kennedy remains timeless, a symbol of leadership and inspiration that transcends generations. For many, owning this coin feels like owning a piece of American spirit. Even though millions were produced, pristine versions, especially those graded mint state 68 or higher, are exceptionally rare and can fetch enormous prices at auction. Proof coins with deep cameo contrasts, where Kennedy's face gleams against a dark mirror background, are especially popular among high-end collectors. Each year, numismatists discover new varieties and subtle differences that make the 1973 half-dollar even more fascinating. Some show slightly different lettering, rim thickness, or surface finishes. These small variations add layers of intrigue, proving that even a coin from the modern era can hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Collectors around the world continue to hunt for exceptional 1973 Kennedy half-dollars, coins that shine not just for their beauty but for their rarity and story. A coin that perfectly represents the blend of art, legacy, and history. Every strike honors a president whose vision and courage continue to echo through the years. If you own a 1973 Kennedy half dollar, take a moment to examine it closely. Look at the mint mark, the shine, and the clarity of the strike. You might be holding something more valuable than you realize, and if you do have one, make sure to tell us in the comments. We love hearing about your coins and helping you discover their hidden stories and possible values. Who knows, your coin might be a rare treasure waiting to be recognized. The Kennedy half dollar series reminds us that history can live in the smallest objects, connecting us to moments that shaped a nation. The 1973 issue, in particular, remains one of the most underrated and rewarding coins for collectors, a coin that bridges artistry, legacy, and rarity in one rare, near-perfect 1973 Kennedy half dollar with exceptional minting details and flawless surfaces has been valued at an incredible $235,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more fascinating stories and valuable coins that could be hiding in your collection. Top 5. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1981 stands as one of the most captivating coins of its era, an elegant blend of artistry, symbolism, and subtle rarity that continues to attract coin collectors around the world. This coin isn't just a piece of change. It's a connection to America's history and a reflection of craftsmanship that never goes out of style. The Kennedy half dollar series has always carried emotional weight. First introduced in 1964 as a tribute to the late President John F. Kennedy. By 1981, nearly 2 decades after its debut, the coin had already become an American classic, a symbol of leadership, hope, and pride. The 1981 Kennedy half dollar maintained the same iconic design that collectors love. On the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, is the sharp and dignified portrait of President Kennedy. His confident gaze and refined profile stand for the strength and optimism that defined his presidency. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, is the majestic presidential seal featuring the bald eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows, representing peace and strength. The eagle is surrounded by a ring of stars, symbolizing unity and the enduring spirit of the United States. By 1981, the half dollar was no longer a common sight in circulation. People rarely used them in everyday transactions, which meant fewer coins were produced and many were kept as keepsakes rather than spent. This scarcity adds an intriguing element to the 1981 issue. Fewer half dollars were minted for circulation, making the surviving examples in pristine condition especially valuable to collectors today. The 1981 Kennedy half dollar was struck at 2 primary mints, Philadelphia and Denver, for circulation, and at San Francisco for proof coins. Each mint's coins have distinctive qualities and appeal to different kinds of collectors. Proof versions from San Francisco are particularly stunning, featuring mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs that highlight every fine detail of Kennedy's face and the eagle's wings. Although the coin's composition was copper-nickel, its craftsmanship and limited production made it a collector's gem rather than a simple piece of pocket change. By 1981, minting technology had advanced significantly, resulting in sharper designs and more consistent strikes. The result was a coin of exceptional clarity and brilliance that continues to impress collectors even decades later. The 1981 half dollar also marks an interesting phase in U.S. coin history. It was among the last regular-issue Kennedy half dollars before a gap in minting for circulation that occurred during the mid-1980s. Because of this, the 1981 edition holds special significance. It represents the end of an era when half dollars were still produced in meaningful quantities. For collectors, finding an uncirculated 1981 Kennedy half dollar with original mint luster can be a real treasure. These coins show beautiful, unblemished surfaces and crisp details that bring the design to life. Some varieties and minting errors from this year have also caught the attention of numismatists. Examples include double die obverse, misaligned strikes, and off-center errors, all of which can add substantial value. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast are among the most desirable, as they feature a strong visual separation between the frosted designs and the mirrored background. Over time, the 1981 Kennedy half dollar has developed a loyal following among coin enthusiasts. Its design, its connection to history, and its relative scarcity all combine to make it a standout piece. The coin's obverse still radiates with pride and memory, a lasting tribute to a president whose words and vision continue to inspire. The reverse, with its detailed eagle, continues to capture the essence of American freedom, making the coin a miniature piece of patriotic art. Even though it's made from base metals, the 1981 half-dollar carries an emotional and historical weight that no amount of silver could replace. Collectors often say that the Kennedy half-dollar series tells the story of America's modern era, each year marking a new chapter of change and resilience. The 1981 issue, in particular, reflects stability and pride during a time of national growth. High-grade examples of this coin are exceptionally hard to find, especially those preserved perfectly in their original mint sets or proof packaging. Auction records show that collectors are willing to pay impressive sums for top-graded 1981 Kennedy half-dollars, especially those certified as nearly flawless by grading authorities. For many, it's not just about the money, it's about owning a small piece of history, a coin that has traveled through time while preserving the image of a leader who changed America forever. The Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most admired coin designs in U.S. history, and the 1981 version continues that legacy with dignity and beauty. If you happen to own one, take a close look. Examine the details, the mint mark, and the condition. You could be holding something far more valuable than you think. And if you do have a 1981 Kennedy half-dollar, tell us in the comments below. Share details about your coin, its condition, mint mark, or where you found it, and we'll help you learn more about it. We love hearing about your coin discoveries and helping you uncover their hidden stories. This coin reminds us that history isn't just found in books or monuments, it can also be found in the palm of your hand, shining in copper and nickel. The Kennedy half-dollar from 1981 carries with it the timeless message of strength, unity, and hope, just like the man whose face it bears. And one exceptionally rare 1981 Kennedy half-dollar with an extraordinary minting error and pristine preservation has been valued at an incredible $195,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins that could be sitting in your collection. Top 6. The year 1983 brought forward another fascinating chapter in the story of the United States Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that continues to capture the imagination of collectors, historians, and coin lovers across the world. The 1983 Kennedy half-dollar is far more than a simple piece of currency. It's a work of art that connects generations, symbolizes leadership, and preserves the memory of a president who inspired millions. When this coin was struck, America was going through a time of optimism and growth. The nation had entered a new era of modern technology, yet its traditions remained strong. Among those traditions was the continued minting of the Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that carried both patriotic pride and emotional depth. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, shortly after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It was a way for the nation to honor him, and from that moment on, the coin became a symbol of hope and remembrance. Even by 1983, nearly 2 decades later, the coin's emotional impact had not faded. The 1983 Kennedy half-dollar retained the beloved design created by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo. On the obverse, Kennedy's striking profile faces left, exuding dignity and strength. His image reflects leadership, courage, and a spirit of progress that defined an entire generation. The reverse of the coin proudly showcases the presidential coat of arms, with a majestic bald eagle clutching an olive branch in one claw and arrows in the other. The eagle is surrounded by a circle of 50 stars, representing the unity of all states under one flag. It's an image that speaks to the heart of American patriotism. By 1983, the Kennedy half-dollar was minted only for circulation and collector purposes, but its presence in everyday transactions had diminished significantly. Most people no longer used half-dollars in regular trade, which meant fewer were made and fewer still remained in pristine condition. This limited circulation has made high-quality 1983 Kennedy half-dollars more desirable today. The coin's rarity in mint-state grades makes it one of the more valuable modern issues in the series, especially when preserved perfectly. The 1983 Kennedy half-dollar was struck at 2 major mints: the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked with a small d. Each mint used different production standards, and collectors often notice subtle differences in luster, strike strength, and overall quality. While there were no silver versions made for circulation in 1983, the copper-nickel composition gives the coin a distinct metallic brilliance that shines beautifully when kept uncirculated over time. Some remarkable varieties and minting errors from 1983 have surfaced: coins that display double dies, clipped planchets, or off-center strikes. These rare errors have made certain examples worth thousands of dollars to serious collectors. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint were not produced that year, making the 1983 issue stand out as one of the few Kennedy half dollars without a proof release, which only increases its intrigue and scarcity among numismatists. Collectors are especially drawn to coins from 1983 with sharp details, clean surfaces, and full mint luster. Such coins, when certified by professional grading services, can command impressive values in the market. The Kennedy half-dollar series represents a remarkable fusion of history and artistry. Every curve of Kennedy's portrait, every feather on the eagle's wings, was designed with care and meaning. The 1983 issue continues that legacy with grace and strength. This coin reflects an era of stability and pride, when America continued to celebrate its heroes and preserve its heritage through the beauty of its coinage. Even though the composition had changed over the years, the emotional connection remained untouched. Every time collectors look at the 1983 Kennedy half dollar, they see more than a coin. They see a symbol of hope, courage, and leadership that defined an entire generation of Americans. The details of Kennedy's face on this coin are particularly striking. His hair, carefully engraved with fine lines, captures movement and realism. His gaze is determined, as if looking toward a brighter future. The reverse side is no less impressive. The eagle's wings spread wide in confidence, its beak sharp and proud, its talons holding symbols of both peace and defense. It's a masterpiece of American engraving and symbolism. Even after decades, the Kennedy half dollar from 1983 continues to be one of the most collected coins from the late 20th century. It bridges the gap between classic coin design and modern minting technology. Because half dollars were rarely seen in circulation during the 1980s, most people who have them today likely received them as gifts, found them in old rolls, or inherited them from family collections. These personal stories make the coin even more special. For numismatists, the 1983 Kennedy half dollar represents a challenge. It's a coin that's not impossibly rare, but finding one in flawless, uncirculated condition is a true prize. Auction records have shown that near-perfect examples can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their grade and rarity. Some coins with unique die varieties or errors have brought astonishing prices. Its value lies not just in metal or mintage numbers, but in what it stands for, the unbreakable spirit of a nation and the enduring legacy of its 35th president. The Kennedy half dollar remains a coin of pride, passion, and patriotism. It's a constant reminder of how one leader's vision can inspire hope long after his lifetime. Many collectors start their journey with the Kennedy half dollar because of its emotional connection and beautiful design. And the 1983 issue offers both historical importance and the thrill of discovery. You have one of these coins, take a moment to examine it closely. Look for mint marks, condition, and any signs of error or variety. It could be more special than you think. And if you do own a 1983 Kennedy half dollar, let us know in the comments. Share details about your coin, its condition, mint mark, or how you found it, and we'll help you uncover more about its story and potential worth. Love hearing about your discoveries and helping collectors find hidden treasures right in their own collections. You never know, your coin might just be the next rare find worth a fortune. The Kennedy half dollar from 1983 represents not just a piece of money but a story of resilience, honor, and national pride. It continues to remind Americans of a leader who inspired hope and unity during one of history's most challenging times. And one extraordinary 1983 Kennedy half dollar, with an exceptional minting error and perfect preservation, has been valued at an incredible $185,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more amazing stories of rare and valuable coins that might be hiding right in your pocket or family collection. Top 7. The year 1988 brought another fascinating addition to the Kennedy half-dollar series, a coin that, while often overlooked by casual observers, holds a deep and powerful connection to American history, artistry, and national pride. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar 1988 is more than a simple coin. It's a continuation of a story that began decades earlier, one that intertwines with the heart and soul of the nation itself. When this coin rolled out of the U.S. mint presses, America was closing out the 1980s, a decade marked by innovation, cultural transformation, and a renewed sense of optimism. The Kennedy half-dollar had already become a fixture of American life, admired by generations who viewed it as both a tribute and a time capsule of history. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar began in 1964, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was introduced almost immediately afterward as a national gesture of remembrance and respect. Since that first issue, the series has never left production, and the 1988 version continued that honorable legacy. Each 1988 Kennedy half-dollar carries with it the timeless portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His face, confident and dignified, represents not only leadership but also hope, progress, and unity. The design captures Kennedy's likeness with an artistic touch that makes it one of the most recognizable coin portraits in American history. The reverse of the coin, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the striking image of the presidential seal. A proud bald eagle spreads its wings, holding an olive branch in one claw and arrows in the other, symbols of peace and defense. Above it, a ring of stars encircles the eagle, signifying the unity of all 50 states. By 1988, the Kennedy half-dollar had transitioned fully into being a collector's coin rather than a piece of circulating currency. Fewer people used it in everyday transactions, which meant that pristine, uncirculated examples became rarer and more desirable. For coin enthusiasts, that scarcity adds a layer of excitement and value. The 1988 Kennedy half-dollar was struck at two primary locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, identified by a small D on the obverse side, just below Kennedy's neck. Both mints played a role in creating coins that would later become valuable keepsakes. The coin's composition was a copper-nickel-clad mixture, maintaining the same formula used since 1971 when silver was officially removed from circulation. Strike half-dollars. However, collectors often note that certain 1988 coins exhibit exceptional luster or strong strikes, making them stand out from the crowd. One fascinating aspect about the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is the variations and errors that occurred during minting. Some coins have been discovered with doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even missing lettering, flaws that can significantly increase their value. Because the 1988 issue did not include a proof version, all examples are business strikes, which adds to their distinctiveness. Proofs had been reintroduced in other years, but their absence here makes 1988 a more intriguing year for collectors. Finding a high-grade 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is not as simple as it might seem. Many coins entered light circulation, suffering small nicks, scratches, or dulling over time. Perfect, uncirculated coins graded by PCGS or NGC are far less common and can command impressive prices. Every Kennedy half-dollar tells a story, but the 1988 version tells one of quiet endurance. It's a coin from a time when the half-dollar was still produced for circulation, yet few people actually used it. Because of this, it stands as a symbol of transition between the era of pocket change and the modern age of digital money. The portrait of President Kennedy on the 1988 coin still reflects a man whose vision continues to inspire millions. His sharp features, windswept hair, and determined expression remind Americans of an age of courage and innovation. The eagle on the reverse remains one of the most beautifully detailed engravings ever to appear on U.S. currency. Each feather, each star, and every curve of the shield reflects the craftsmanship and pride of the U.S. Mint's engravers. Collectors today appreciate the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar not only for its design but also for its place in numismatic history. It bridges the gap between vintage silver-era coins and the modern, base metal issues that define today's circulation. The year 1988 also marked an era of new technological advancements in minting. The precision with which coins were produced improved dramatically, yet errors still occurred, leading to some of the most fascinating and valuable pieces ever discovered. When collectors search through rolls of half dollars, the 1988 issue often becomes a pleasant surprise, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but reveals remarkable detail under closer inspection. For those who appreciate the artistry of coins, the Kennedy half dollar represents an ongoing tribute to America's ideals. It's not just about metal and numbers, it's about memory, emotion, and identity. The coin's edge, reeded with fine lines, adds another level of craftsmanship. Even this small detail reflects the precision of American minting. Collectors often say that holding a Kennedy half dollar feels different, it has a weight and presence that smaller coins don't. That feeling connects people to history in a way few objects can. If you have a 1988 Kennedy half dollar, it's worth taking a closer look. Check the mint mark, inspect its surfaces, and look for sharp details or errors. You might be holding something far more valuable than you realize, and if you do own one, don't hesitate to share it with us. Comment below with your coin's details, its mint mark, condition, or any interesting features, and we'll help you learn more about it. Your coin could have a fascinating story waiting to be told. Collectors and enthusiasts around the world have discovered rare varieties of this coin in their own homes, sometimes hidden away in change jars, coin rolls, or old collections passed down through families. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar continues to grow in appreciation, not just for its beauty but also for its increasing rarity in top condition. As time passes, fewer of these coins remain in mint state, which drives up their value among serious collectors. This coin is a lasting tribute to one of the most beloved leaders in American history, and owning one is like holding a small piece of that legacy in your hands. The Kennedy half dollar of 1988 reminds us of America's resilience, its creativity, and its ability to honor greatness through artistry. It stands as a timeless symbol of unity, hope, and progress in the world of coin collecting. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar has earned a reputation as a hidden treasure, an ordinary-looking coin with extraordinary potential. And one such rare and exceptional 1988 Kennedy half dollar, preserved in flawless condition with a remarkable minting error, has been valued at an incredible $165,000. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a comment about your own coins, and like this video because your next coin discovery might just be worth a fortune. Top 8. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from 1992 is one of those coins that beautifully combines modern minting technology with timeless American symbolism. It carries the spirit of a president whose memory continues to inspire generations and the artistry of a design that has stood the test of time for nearly 6 decades. The 1992 issue holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, not only for its craftsmanship but also for the hidden treasures and rare varieties that make it incredibly valuable in the right condition. The Kennedy half dollar series has always been more than just a coin, it's a tribute to leadership, courage, and the American dream. First minted in 1964, just months after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, this coin was embraced by the public as a symbol of remembrance. By 1992, the Kennedy half dollar had become a permanent part of American history, a bridge connecting the past and present. The 1992 Kennedy half dollar was struck during a period of transition for the U.S. Mint. The economy was stable, technology was advancing, and the mint was producing coins with greater precision than ever before. Yet, despite these modern methods, some 1992 coins display minor minting variations and striking errors that make them stand out, and those are the coins that collectors chase today. The obverse side of the 1992 Kennedy half dollar features the familiar and dignified portrait of President Kennedy, designed by the talented Gilroy Roberts. The design captures his youthful confidence and idealism, qualities that inspired an entire generation of Americans. His profile faces left, his expression calm yet determined, framed by inscriptions that read "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, is the bold and intricate image of the presidential seal. The proud American eagle spreads its wings wide, clutching an olive branch of peace and arrows of defense. Surrounding it are 50 stars, each one representing a state in the Union, encircling the eagle like a halo of unity. The 1992 Kennedy half-dollar was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, the Denver coins bear the D, and the San Francisco mint produced proof coins marked with an S. Each version carries its own allure among collectors. The proof coins from San Francisco, in particular, are true works of art. Struck with polished dies and specially prepared blanks, these coins exhibit a mirror-like shine and frosted details that make them almost appear three-dimensional. For collectors, a perfect proof coin from 1992 is a small masterpiece of minting technology. By the early 1990s, half-dollars were rarely seen in circulation. Most Americans no longer used them in daily transactions, which meant that many 1992 Kennedy half-dollars were set aside, kept safe in collections or mint sets. Because of this, finding one in high-grade condition today is a realistic goal. But finding one with unique minting errors or exceptionally strong strikes is where true rarity lies. One of the most interesting things about the 1992 issue is that it coincided with a pivotal year in coin production. The U.S. Mint was improving its engraving and striking processes, resulting in coins with sharper lines and smoother fields. Yet, even with this precision, some rare varieties slipped through: coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or missing mint marks that became highly sought-after collectibles. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar for its beauty and balance. The coin feels substantial in hand, its copper-nickel-clad composition giving it a bright silvery sheen that catches the light elegantly. Even though silver was no longer used for circulation strikes, the design retained the same level of refinement and prestige that had defined the series since 1964. Those lucky enough to own a 1992 proof coin, the level of detail is astonishing. The frosted surface of Kennedy's profile against the black mirror background gives the coin a regal presence, making it a centerpiece of any collection. Some collectors have reported rare examples of the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar struck on planchets intended for other denominations, such as quarters or foreign coins. These minting mistakes are exceptionally rare and can command huge prices at auction. The edges of the coin are finely reeded, and when examined closely, they showcase the meticulous craftsmanship that the U.S. Mint continued to uphold throughout the 1990s. Even the smallest features, the curve of Kennedy's jaw, the feathers of the eagle, and the stars above, were rendered with incredible clarity. For many collectors, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar represents more than just numismatic value. It represents a link to history, a reminder of a time when coins carried deep emotional and patriotic significance. Each Kennedy half-dollar tells a story of American resilience and unity. The year 1992 also marked the 29th anniversary of the Kennedy half-dollar's debut. Nearly 3 decades after it first entered circulation, the design had become an icon of U.S. coinage, recognized around the world. Owning a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar in perfect condition is like holding a small piece of national art. Its flawless surfaces, precise engraving, and timeless portrait all come together in a coin that perfectly balances tradition and modernity. Some collectors specialize in assembling full sets of Kennedy half-dollars, from 1964 through modern issues, and the 1992 coin plays a crucial role in completing that timeline. For those pursuing that goal, finding a high-grade 1992 example with strong details and luster is always exciting. Coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC often give the highest premiums to coins that have not only survived in mint condition but also exhibit excellent eye appeal. Deeply struck coins with original mint luster, free from scratches or haze, are the true stars of the 1992 issue. Beyond condition and rarity, the emotional appeal of this coin remains powerful. The image of Kennedy still resonates deeply with people around the world. His legacy of courage, intelligence, and inspiration continues to shine through every Kennedy half-dollar that bears his name. Collectors also appreciate that the Kennedy half-dollar design hasn't been replaced in all these years. That continuity gives the coin a sense of stability and tradition unmatched by most other U.S. denominations. Even though it's not made of silver, the 1992 Kennedy half-dollar glows with a beauty of its own, a symbol of pride and perseverance. Crafted to endure, many collectors today search through rolls, mint sets, or inherited collections hoping to find a hidden gem, a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar with a rare die variety, perfect strike, or unique minting error that could be worth a small fortune, and it's not just seasoned collectors who discover these treasures. Ordinary people have found rare 1992 Kennedy half-dollars tucked away in drawers, inherited from relatives, or hidden in old coin jars. If you happen to have a Kennedy half-dollar from 1992, take a close look. Check for the mint mark, the shine, and any unique features that might make it stand out. You could be holding something truly special without even realizing it. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a 1992 Kennedy half-dollar or any other rare coin, share it in the comments below. Tell us where you found it, what condition it's in, or if you think it might be an error coin. We'll help you learn more about its story and potential value. The Kennedy half-dollar is more than a collectible, it's a living piece of American history, one that continues to remind us of leadership, hope, and unity. The 1992 issue is a shining example of that enduring spirit, and one extraordinarily rare 1992 Kennedy half-dollar, preserved in flawless condition with a remarkable minting error, has been valued at an astonishing $140,000. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your coins, and like this video to keep discovering more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins that might be hiding in your own collection. Top 9. The United States of America Kennedy half-dollar from 1998 stands as one of the most fascinating coins of the late 20th century, an elegant blend of modern minting precision, historic symbolism, and timeless tribute to one of America's most beloved presidents. This coin represents more than monetary value. It is a living piece of American pride, history, and artistry, a coin that continues to inspire collectors decades after its release. By 1998, the Kennedy half-dollar had already enjoyed more than 3 decades of production. What began in 1964 as a heartfelt tribute to President John F. Kennedy had evolved into a numismatic icon. Although the half-dollar was no longer a common sight in daily commerce, it remained deeply cherished by coin enthusiasts, historians, and Americans who admired the man it honored. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar arrived at a time when U.S. coinage was entering a new era of design innovation. The Mint was preparing to introduce the state quarters program the following year, but the Kennedy half-dollar remained unchanged, a symbol of continuity and respect for tradition amid a changing world. The obverse of the 1998 coin features the unmistakable portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His strong profile, facing left, captures both confidence and calm determination. Every detail, from the curve of his hair to the solemn set of his jaw, reminds viewers of a leader who embodied courage, intelligence, and hope for a better future. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, continues to showcase the majestic presidential seal. The American bald eagle, wings outstretched, grasps an olive branch of peace in one talon and arrows of defense in the other. Above it, a ring of 50 stars encircles the eagle, representing unity and strength across the United States. What makes the 1998 issue particularly interesting is its place at the end of an era. It was one of the last years before the U.S. Mint began producing the 1998 silver Kennedy half-dollar for collectors in the Kennedy Collector's Set alongside a special Robert F. Kennedy commemorative dollar. These special versions gave the coin a renewed spotlight among numismatists. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar was struck at 2 primary mints for circulation, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint produced both proof and silver-proof versions, catering to collectors who demanded the highest level of detail, and mirror-like finish. Proof coins from San Francisco are especially breathtaking. Their mirrored fields and frosted designs give the coin a striking depth and contrast that elevates it from simple currency to a miniature work of art. These proof coins were made with extra care, using highly polished dies and multiple strikes to bring out every line and contour of Kennedy's portrait. The regular circulation coins were composed of copper nickel clad, but the special silver proof coins released in the Kennedy Collector's Set were 90% silver, an exciting return to the metal that collectors had missed since the 1960s. These silver proofs are among the most sought-after coins of 1998. Even the standard 1998 Kennedy half-dollars display remarkable craftsmanship. Advances in minting technology during the 1990s allowed for sharper strikes, smoother surfaces, and more consistent quality across mints. Yet, among these coins, there are still hidden rarities, those with minting errors, die breaks, or misaligned strikes that make them incredibly valuable today. One of the most notable varieties includes 1998 coins with double dies on the obverse, where Kennedy's profile shows slight doubling in the lettering or features. Such varieties are rare but command high interest from collectors. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar also represents the enduring power of symbolism in American coinage. At a time when many denominations were seeing design changes, the Kennedy half-dollar remained untouched, a reminder of the nation's deep admiration for President Kennedy and the ideals he stood for. When you hold a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in your hand, you can feel the history it carries. Its weight, its balance, and its polished surface connect you to generations of Americans who have admired this series since its inception. Although these coins were produced in the millions, pristine examples, those kept untouched in mint sets or proof packaging, are becoming increasingly scarce. Collectors today seek out coins that retain their full luster and crisp detail, as these are the pieces that appreciate most in value over time. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A flawless, uncirculated 1998 Kennedy half-dollar graded at the highest levels by PCGS or NGC can fetch astonishing prices, especially when combined with an error or special variety. The 1998 silver-proof Kennedy half-dollar, in particular, has become a highlight of modern U.S. coinage. Its high silver content and exquisite finish make it both a beautiful collectible and a symbol of the U.S. mint's craftsmanship. Collectors also appreciate how the Kennedy half-dollar has retained its emotional impact over the years. It's not just a coin, it's a story, a memory, a national tribute that continues to resonate with every generation that encounters it. Every detail of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar speaks to quality and meaning. The reeded edge, the bold inscriptions, and the gleaming portrait all combine to create a design that has remained timeless and iconic. Those who collect the Kennedy half-dollar series know that each year tells a part of America's story. The 1998 issue represents a nation at peace, standing strong, and looking toward the future with confidence, values that Kennedy himself championed. Even today, many collectors continue to find 1998 Kennedy half-dollars tucked away in drawers, coin rolls, or inherited collections, unaware that they could be holding something far more valuable than they imagine. You have one of these coins. Take the time to examine it closely. Look for the mint mark, check the surfaces for errors, and see if you have a silver-proof or a standard-clad coin. Some of these details could mean the difference between a regular coin and a rare collectible worth thousands. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar is also a coin that unites families and generations. Many collectors recall receiving one as a gift from parents or grandparents, a reminder of shared values and the enduring legacy of President Kennedy's leadership. As years go by, these coins only become more desirable. Collectors who recognize their potential know that pristine examples from the late 1990s are harder to find with each passing year. The coin that doesn't just sit quietly in a collection, it tells a story. It reflects a nation's respect for one of its greatest leaders and the craftsmanship of an institution that continues to honor that memory through metal and design. And as every collector knows, rarity and history go hand in hand. When you combine a meaningful design, a legacy of excellence, and the occasional minting anomaly, you create something truly special, exactly what makes the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar a treasure worth seeking. It's a coin that bridges generations, connecting the ideals of the 1960s with the craftsmanship of the modern minting era. If you own a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar, share your story with us in the comments below. Tell us about where you found it, what condition it's in, or if you think it might have a unique feature. We'll help you discover more about its background and possible value. Coins like this remind us that history is often hidden in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered by those who take the time to look closely. And one extraordinary 1998 Kennedy half-dollar, preserved in flawless proof condition with a rare minting variation, has been valued at an astonishing $110,000. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your own coins, and like this video, because your next coin discovery could be worth a fortune waiting in your very own hands. Top 10. The United States of America Kennedy half dollar from the year 2000 stands as a modern classic, an elegant continuation of a coin series that has carried American pride, memory, and artistry for over half a century. Though it was struck in an age when coins were no longer at the heart of daily transactions, the 2000 Kennedy half dollar reminds us that some designs transcend time, turning simple metal into a lasting symbol of a nation's legacy. By the dawn of the new millennium, the Kennedy half dollar had already become a legend in the world of numismatics. First minted in 1964, it was created as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy, whose sudden passing left the world in shock. Decades later, in 2000, the coin still stood as one of the most recognized and respected pieces of American currency, admired for its timeless beauty and enduring message of hope and unity. The 2000 Kennedy half dollar arrived at a significant moment in history. The century had just turned, technology was advancing rapidly, and the United States was looking ahead to a new era of innovation and opportunity. Yet the Kennedy half dollar remained steadfast, continuing its tradition as a coin that symbolized leadership, progress, and the unbreakable American spirit. The obverse side of the 2000 coin, the legendary portrait of President Kennedy, shines with quiet strength. Designed by Gilroy Roberts, this image captures Kennedy's forward gaze and confident demeanor. Every curve, every detail of his profile speaks of determination and grace, a reflection of the man who inspired a generation with his vision for a better world. The reverse design, created by Frank Gasparo, is just as captivating. The presidential seal, featuring the American bald eagle with wings outstretched, dominates the center. In one talon, the eagle holds an olive branch of peace, and in the other, arrows of defense, an everlasting symbol of balance between harmony and strength. Encircling the eagle are 50 stars, representing the unity of the nation. Although it may look similar to earlier versions, the 2000 Kennedy half dollar was minted with the precision of modern technology. By this time, the U.S. Mint had perfected its striking techniques, producing coins with sharper details, smoother surfaces, and more consistent quality than ever before. The coin was struck at two mints for circulation: Philadelphia, which issued coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which produced coins marked with a D. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint released special proof and silver proof versions intended specifically for collectors. These proof coins were not meant for circulation but rather for those who appreciated the art of minting. The 2000's silver proof Kennedy half dollar is particularly special. Made of 90% silver, it has a deep, mirror-like finish that contrasts beautifully with the frosted details of Kennedy's portrait. These proof coins were produced in limited quantities and sold only in special collector sets, making them highly desirable today. Even the regular copper-nickel-clad versions of the 2000 Kennedy half dollar possess charm. Their luster, detail, and craftsmanship are a testament to the mint's ongoing commitment to quality. However, high-grade examples, especially those preserved in pristine mint state condition, have become difficult to find as years go by. An interesting fact about the year 2000 Kennedy half dollar is that it was produced primarily for collectors rather than for everyday circulation. In fact, very few of these coins ever entered pocket change. Because of that, many 2000 half dollars remain in near-perfect condition, yet even within this limited run, a few rare varieties and minting errors have emerged. Collectors have reported fascinating mint errors among 2000 Kennedy half dollars, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and coins with missing details or doubled lettering. These mistakes, while accidental, have turned ordinary coins into highly sought-after treasures. Each 2000 Kennedy half dollar carries the legacy of a design that has not changed since 1964, a testament to its timelessness and the enduring admiration Americans have for President Kennedy. In an age of rapid change, this coin's consistency feels like a piece of history preserved in metal. The obverse inscription "In God We Trust" continues to reflect the nation's faith and values, while the reverse's Latin motto "E pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one, reminds us of the unity that binds the United States together. For coin enthusiasts, the 2000 Kennedy half dollar represents a bridge between two centuries. It stands at the crossroads of history, honoring the past while embracing the precision of modern minting. It's a coin that feels both classic and contemporary at the same time. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint remain some of the finest examples of the Kennedy series. Their craftsmanship and reflective finish capture the light beautifully, making them popular display pieces for collectors. Over the years, the value of the 2000 Kennedy half-dollar has steadily risen, particularly for coins that have remained untouched since their minting. High-grade specimens graded by PCGS or NGC often sell for impressive prices, especially when they display strong strikes, perfect surfaces, and original mint luster. Beyond its financial worth, this coin holds immense sentimental and historical value. It serves as a reminder of a leader who believed in progress, peace, and the potential of every American. For that reason, the Kennedy half-dollar has become more than just currency. It's a legacy passed down through generations. Many collectors recall the first time they held a Kennedy half-dollar, remembering the weight of the coin and the emotion it carried. That feeling continues to this day, and the 2000 issue only adds another chapter to that story. The reeded edge of the coin, the shine of its surface, and the intricacy of its design all demonstrate the care that went into creating each piece. Even after decades, these coins retain their brilliance when properly preserved. Some collectors enjoy searching through mint and proof sets from 2000, hoping to find a perfect example or a hidden mint error. It's a thrilling treasure hunt, one that connects people to America's past with every discovery. The Kennedy half-dollar also serves as a beautiful educational piece for younger generations. Through it, they learn about history, art, and the values that have shaped the nation. The coin stands as a tribute to integrity, courage, and leadership. As time passes, the number of untouched 2000 Kennedy half-dollars continues to shrink. Each one that remains pristine becomes a more valuable artifact of American coinage. If you own a 2000 Kennedy half-dollar, take a moment to appreciate it. Check its condition, look for mint marks or unusual details, and see if you might have one of the rare varieties that collectors are searching for. And if you have one, share it with us in the comments below. Tell us whether yours came from a coin roll, a mint set, or a family collection. We love hearing your stories and helping you discover what your coin might truly be worth. The 2000 Kennedy half-dollar captures more than metal, it captures the heart of America. It's a symbol of leadership, faith, and unity, beautifully preserved in every detail of its design. From the first coin minted in 1964 to this 2000 edition, the Kennedy half-dollar remains one of the most respected and recognizable coins in U.S. history. It has survived the passing decades, always reminding us of who we are and where we came from. This coin, with its elegant design and deep meaning, will continue to inspire collectors for generations to come. Its beauty and history make it one of the cornerstones of American numismatics, and one exceptionally rare 2000 Kennedy half-dollar, preserved in flawless proof condition with an extraordinary minting error, has been valued at an incredible $100,000. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment about your own coins, and like this video, because the next rare treasure hiding in your collection could change everything.